Have you ever had your testosterone tested, only to be told that everything looks normal? And yet, do you still feel off? Maybe you're not as energized as you used to be. Maybe your stamina has dipped. Perhaps something inside you is fading, but you can't quite explain why. You're not alone. And more importantly, you're not imagining it. Because what if the real reason men over 50 start losing stamina has nothing to do with testosterone at all? In today's video, we'll uncover the hidden system in your body that silently drives your strength, endurance, and confidence every day. You won't hear about it in most checkups, but once you understand it, everything can change. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover may be the breakthrough your body has been asking for. I'm Dr. Daniel Hayes, a men's health specialist with over 10 years of experience, helping men in their 52nd, 62nd, and beyond rebuild their energy, restore their confidence, and reclaim their bodies from the slow creep of aging. Over the past 2 decades, I've sat with thousands of men who felt confused, frustrated, or ashamed of changes they didn't understand. Most of them were told, "It's just part of getting older." Or even worse, "There's nothing wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you." But that's not good enough, because something is happening inside your body, and when you understand it, you can take back control. In this video, I'll walk you through the real, overlooked reason why stamina fades after 50, and more importantly, what you can do to rebuild it starting today. No pills, no pressure, just practical insight backed by science, built for real men like you.
Maybe you've noticed it creeping in, slowly. You used to power through your day with energy to spare. Now, just a flight of stairs can leave you catching your breath. Workouts feel harder, even though they're the same ones you used to breeze through. In the bedroom, you find yourself hesitating, losing momentum, or recovering more slowly than you'd like. And perhaps the most frustrating part is this: nothing obvious is wrong. You're not sick. Your testosterone levels came back fine. You try to eat well, stay active, and even take your supplements. But somehow, you still feel less powerful, less motivated, less steady than before. You might chalk it up to age. Everyone does, right? That's just what happens after 50. But deep down, you know there's more to the story. So let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like your body is capable of more, but something invisible is holding it back? You're not alone, and you're not broken. What you're feeling is real. It's your body sending signals not of failure, but of imbalance. A quiet shift is happening inside, not in your testosterone levels, but in the systems that carry, communicate, and translate that power into action. Stamina isn't just about how much testosterone you have, it's about how well your body can use it. And what if the real problem isn't the hormone itself, but the way it's being blocked, ignored, or misdirected? Let's talk about that.
When most people talk about stamina, they talk about testosterone, and while testosterone plays a role, it's just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Imagine your body as a powerful machine. Testosterone might be the fuel, but without healthy wiring, open pipes, and responsive circuits, even the best fuel won't get you very far. So, what are the real systems that affect your stamina after 50? Let's start with your blood vessels. As you get older, your blood vessels naturally lose elasticity. This makes it harder for blood to move freely, especially to areas that rely on rapid, high-volume circulation, like your muscles, your brain, and yes, your pelvic region. Reduced flow can lead to everything from muscle fatigue to erectile difficulties, even when your hormone levels are normal. The Mayo Clinic calls this vascular aging, and it's one of the most under-discussed drivers of decline in men's performance. Next, let's talk about your nervous system. Decades of chronic stress, poor sleep, and overstimulation screens, noise, and constant deadlines can throw your autonomic nervous system off balance. Instead of shifting smoothly between action and recovery, your body stays stuck in fight or flight, flooding your system with cortisol and dulling the fine-tuned responses that once made you sharp, agile, and grounded. Then there's your pelvic floor. Often ignored, this network of deep muscles controls everything from core strength to sexual function. After 50, these muscles weaken due to prolonged sitting, poor posture, and lack of targeted training. When they lose tone, you lose control, stamina, and the ability to generate or sustain power. And all of this happens silently. Your testosterone might be there, but the pipes, the wires, and the switches that carry its signal are misfiring. It's not a hormone problem. It's a circulation problem, a nervous system problem, a muscle problem. And the good news? These are all things you can change naturally, without prescriptions, and without waiting for your next blood test to tell you what your body already knows. Let's look at how. 1. Reactivate blood flow, the circulatory reset. One of the most overlooked ways to rebuild stamina is to restore your blood flow not just in your heart, but also in the tiny, delicate vessels that feed your muscles, brain, and sexual organs. After 50, your endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels, starts to lose its flexibility. Nitric oxide, the molecule that signals your vessels to expand and relax, decreases. When this happens, circulation slows, oxygen delivery suffers, and energy drops. But there's good news. You can boost nitric oxide production naturally. Start with food. Beets, spinach, arugula, pomegranate, and watermelon are rich in natural nitrates and antioxidants that support vascular health. Harvard studies have shown that even small increases in dietary nitrates can improve endothelial function within weeks. Movement matters too. Brisk walking for just 20 minutes a day increases vascular responsiveness. Add short bursts of faster walking, 30 seconds every 5 minutes, to stimulate capillary dilation. You don't need to run marathons. You just need to remind your blood vessels to open up again. And when they do, you'll feel the difference in your energy, your focus, and your performance where it matters most. 2. Restore the nervous system. From fight or flight to flow. You can't perform if your body is stuck in survival mode. When your nervous system is dysregulated, something very common in men over 50, it no longer prioritizes recovery, pleasure, or performance. It prioritizes safety, withdrawal, and shutdown. This isn't your fault. Years of deadlines, emotional pressure, unresolved stress, poor sleep, and even stimulants like caffeine and screens at night can keep your sympathetic system stuck in overdrive. The fix? Train your body to return to parasympathetic rest and digest mode where stamina truly lives. Begin with breath. Deep, diaphragmatic breathing, 5 seconds in through the nose, 7 seconds out through the mouth for just 5 minutes a day, resets your vagus nerve and helps regulate cortisol. Pair that with stillness. 10 minutes of quiet walking after meals, no phone, just presence. Gentle yoga stretches, or even lying on the floor with your legs up against a wall, can help shift your entire system into recovery. Better sleep starts here too. Reduce blue light 2 hours before bed. Avoid late caffeine. Give your nervous system permission to rest, and your body will start to perform again. 3. Rebuild the pelvic floor, the forgotten foundation of strength. When men think about stamina, they rarely think about the floor beneath their core, the pelvic floor. But this muscle group is essential for control, blood flow, sensation, and power. Over time, these muscles weaken. Sitting too much, poor posture, and lack of direct activation all contribute. And unlike biceps or abs, the pelvic floor doesn't get stronger unless you train it intentionally. Here's how. Start with advanced Kegels, not the basic squeeze and hold, but controlled contractions paired with breath. Inhale fully, then exhale slowly while contracting the pelvic floor. Imagine gently pulling your perineum up and inward. Hold for 5 seconds. Release and repeat 10 times. Do this 2 to 3 times a day. Next, integrate whole body moves that activate this area. Glute bridges, lifting your hips upward. Squats with pelvic focus. Bird dogs to engage the core and improve control simultaneously. It may feel subtle at first, but with time, you'll notice more control, more intensity, and more confidence in and out of the bedroom. Because real stamina isn't just about pushing harder, it's about having a strong foundation that supports everything above it. 4. Nourish mitochondria. Fuel for cellular energy. Stamina doesn't just come from muscles, it comes from the tiny power plants inside them. Mitochondria. As you age, mitochondrial efficiency drops. This means your cells produce less energy, fatigue faster, and recover more slowly, even if your muscles remain strong. To restore stamina at the cellular level, you need to feed and protect your mitochondria. Start with nutrients. Magnesium, essential for energy metabolism. CoQ10, supports mitochondrial function. Omega-3 second. Reduce inflammation that impairs energy flow. Polyphenols from berries, green tea, dark chocolate stimulate mitochondrial renewal. Eat these consistently and move in ways that stimulate mitochondrial repair. Short bouts of moderate intensity. 1 minute fast walk or stairs, plus 2 minutes slow. Repeated 4 times. Cold exposure, cool shower or face rinsing, activates mitochondrial adaptation. Intermittent fasting, 12-14 hours overnight, promotes cellular cleanup. It's not about forcing your body to do more, it's about helping it run better, longer, and with less strain. Each of these strategies is simple, but together, they can restore a system that many men thought was lost forever. Not because they were broken, but because no one ever showed them the real map. You've just seen that the loss of stamina after 50 isn't a mystery, and it's certainly not the end. It's not a curse, not a failure, and not something you simply have to accept. What you're experiencing is your body asking for attention in ways no blood test could ever measure. It's asking for circulation, not chemicals. For recovery, not just effort. For awareness, not shame. And the truth is, the power you thought you'd lost hasn't gone anywhere. It's just been locked behind years of habits, stress, neglect, and misunderstanding. But here's the good news. You can get it back. When you begin to move differently, breathe intentionally, nourish your body like it deserves, and retrain the systems that have been forgotten, you don't just survive aging, you redefine it. Because being a man after 50 isn't about fading, it's about refining. It's about choosing strength on your terms, at your own pace, and in a way that no one else can define for you. So no, you are not too old. You are not too far gone. You are not broken. You are simply standing at the beginning of a better path. And today, you just took your first real step. If this message spoke to something you've felt but never had words for, share it. You're not the only man facing these quiet struggles, and the more we speak openly, the more we all rise together. Subscribe to Stronger Men for more science-backed, judgment-free insights on how to rebuild strength after 50 from the inside out. And in the comments, let me know, which part of today's message hit home for you the most, or what would you like me to explore next? This is a space for honest conversation, real tools, and the kind of growth that doesn't fade with age, it deepens. Because your best years don't belong to the past. They begin the moment you start living as if you believe they still exist.